Okay, still here in Cartagena. What we're trying to do now is sort out the solar panels. Now, as you can see here, solar panels are all disconnected. The solar panels were coming sort of front to back on the boat. The problem is they covered up the little window that's on the roof here, so you can't see the sails. So I just asked them to move them around, turn them the other way. Across the back there were two panels that they've taken off because they're going to make me a little sort of stainless steel structure over there. The old ones that went across are going to go sort of again front to back, and I'm going to have three new panels in the middle. So I'm keeping both the panels at the back, but extending them all out the back of the boat. It actually comes to probably about 400 mil shorter than the sugar scoops. I didn't really want anything too drastic that would overhang further than the sugar scoops, because I think that looks messy and yes, a bit OTT. So okay, so that's the solar. Anyway, after having about God knows how many days with nobody on board, all of a sudden lots of people are getting involved in the boat. I just had to shoo away some people who were very keen to put the word Sawasdeekat down the side of the boat, but I'm actually waiting for decals, so they've just left, and now it looks like somebody's over here to look at the solar panel array, which is really interesting. Well, the place is an absolute tip at the minute, because what happened was they asked us to take out all the bedding from the rear port cabin, so it's all gone up there, all the slats for the beds and everything else like that, because they discovered that the whole bed can lift out and you can get complete access, I mean really very big access, as you can see here, to the whole of the engine bay, the whole of the engine that's down here, and the new Fisher Panda that put in. And I did know about this, but this is a little lift up inspection hatch, so that you don't have to take the bed apart to check the oil, the belts and the fuel. So that's really, really clever, and something I don't think many manufacturers do or copy, but it's a good idea. As you can see, the access to you can literally stand and work on the engine or work on the generator with the window open, the breeze. It's brilliant. Wow, that's a size and a half, that is. Okay, so here's the new arch. As you can see, there's three big panels going down the middle, and the two older panels that we had are going on the outside. And that should come to about the corner of the boat, so it shouldn't stick out ridiculously, although it does look big. Let's wait and see. Looks like it might need some more strength than that. It sticks out a heck of a long way. So here we are. I'm learning the new stuff every day. My lesson for today is how to turn the camcorder around. Yeah, that's how new I am. Okay, so yeah, they've just basically tried to do this. They've got they took the two panels off the back of the bimini, and they brought a great big frame earlier today, and they held it up for size. And the traveller pulley system here is going to have to be raised at the other end, so that it doesn't sort of drag too much on the solar panels. And then we're going to have to move whatever that is, something to do with Raymarine by the looks of it. Haven't got a clue. And we're going to have to move the light on the back to put it on the actual bimini, so that it gets good visual coverage. So they should be back soon. It looks like today the frame's going on. I always think, I hope they've measured exactly right. Well, the generator's in, we've just got to get it collected up with electricity. This is where the skill comes in. Welding stainless steel is not easy. I don't think. Okay, so what we have here is they've attached a pipe and put it up to the inlet where the water will go into the generator to keep it cool. Just up there you can see they're testing the generator, making sure the exhaust works, and the water comes back out again. Also had the sail drive and the props painted, because I took the advice of the director here, and he said he would definitely have it painted if it was him. So, you know. Well, they put in some fuse boxes so that everything's fused, and they're replacing those two fuses with trip fuses, so that I can reset it if they blow, because I don't know if you can see, but the one on the left is blown. So when they replace them, they're going to replace them with ones that can be reset more easily. They're halfway through setting up this system here. It looks like it's turned itself off for some reason, but I'm not touching it. There's the gaggle of wires, a whole heap of wires in here. It's not as bad as it used to be. Hey sports fans, another milestone crossed today, where we got we got the wire in for the solar panels, and well, have a look. I managed to lower the dinghy. I worked it out. I've got it so far, and then I suddenly started panicking because this does not look thick enough to hold up a dinghy. It really doesn't. It's bizarre, and I'm a bit worried about it, but never mind. I'll have to ask somebody. At the moment, it seems to be hanging okay, but what you do is you take these bolts out here, it's only finger tight, and then allows the frame to go forward on this and then into the sea. What they want to do now though is they're asking me to drop it down onto the floor below, so that they can get to the underside of these solar panels to put the rest of them in. There's the first one, that's already gone in, and the cables for it are there, and well, basically the cables go up and then through the roof, down on the underside of this, and then all the way through and end up by the inverter. So down there, and we have the new system installed. It's telling me that I'm well, in Spanish it's telling me something or other. I think it's telling me that I'm getting 243 watts off the plug-in. That at the moment is 51 watts is what I'm using, and the rest of it is going into the batteries. It says 7 watts, 8 watts, I don't know what that means. Maybe that's the rate at which it's going in, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know why 242 watts are going in, I'm only using 52 watts going out. It's only putting 8 watts into the battery. I don't understand it, but it looked nice. So yeah, it's going well. Hello campers. Well, it's Saturday night, typical weekend. Suddenly I heard a fuse pop, and well, because everything's not quite connected yet, I suddenly lost 220 power, but also I don't know if it's doing, I don't know what this is going on here. So I've suddenly had all these alarms going off, and 11 volts and whatever. I don't like the sound of 11 volts. I'm sure it's supposed to be like 12 or 13. The problem is that some of the wiring, as you can see down there, isn't quite complete. So I don't think the inverter, which is flashing there red, is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So the guys here have sent out a guy to turn, I think, the shore power on. Certainly lit up there in the building. But I don't know what he's doing, because if it's just a switch, he's been... Oh, hola. Hi. Huh? No, there's no power. No power. No. And well, I can't say I'm very happy with the events, really, because, quite honestly, at the moment you can probably hear in the background the inverter is working like hell. It's currently putting 116, nearly 120 amps back into the batteries. I don't know how far the batteries went down, and I've got no idea what damage it might have done to the batteries. I don't even know how to test them to find out if they have been damaged. But anyway, as you can see here, well, you can probably see here, currently we're drawing 2.2 kilowatts off the shore power through the generator, which is why it's working like a mother. I'm only using 200 watts at the moment with lights and TV and stuff, and it's putting 1500 odd watts and 117 amps back into the batteries. We're at 29%, so I reckon this is going to be producing quite some heat for quite some time tonight. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some research, because quite honestly, I don't think they'd like to admit that they've screwed my batteries if that's what they've done. So I'm not entirely impressed, quite frankly. But hey ho, let's see how we go. I think these are like some sort of fuses for these MPPTs. I think, for example, I've got one fuse for each of those. That's solar power. Well, it's not pulling solar power. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. And because I don't know, I'm worried. But anyway, okay, I'll shut up.